Hey guys, this is Brad from Are We There Yet? I was planning on doing a more refined video in the near future, but I just bought my 2021 F150 with a 3.5 liter Powerboost setup that's hybrid, and I'm having some issues with it and wanted to kind of share with you guys what's going on. Having all sorts of electrical codes pop up. My fuel mileage right now on the freeway is about 11.5 to 12.8 at best if I'm not in eco mode. And if I am in eco mode, it's like 16.5 at best. I do have the Fox 2.0 leveling system on the truck, but only went up at half-inch size, or half-inch in the total diameter of the tires, and about an inch in width. So drag coefficient and those type of things aren't going to make a huge difference, maybe 1 to 2% at most over stock. The wheels and tires I purchased actually are lighter. I did weigh the wheels, the factory wheels and the aftermarket wheels and tires, and mine are, the aftermarkets are 6 pounds lighter per wheel. So really that would negate any of the drag coefficient and that type of stuff. But right now I'm driving around town in a combined mode right now, and I'm getting 17.9 over the last 14 miles with only 1.4 miles being in electric, which is horrible. I'm seeing other people on YouTube and friends of mine that have a similar setup to this that are getting 24 to 28 miles per gallon. So I have an appointment with a local Ford dealer here in town on Wednesday. I did take it in last Friday, and they had several technical service bulletins issued for this truck, and I had, like I said, 26 error codes that had popped up. My display is going crazy. The lane keeping assist is turning on and off without my input, and the dashboard is kind of doing its own thing. One of the biggest fears I had buying this truck was too much electronics, and so far that's exactly what I'm experiencing. There's been pretty much none of the systems on the hybrid have worked like I expected. I own a construction company, and one of the reasons why I bought this system with a 7.2 kilowatt generator on board was, well, for the generator to run my tools and whatnot. And the Friday that I bought the truck, I came home, plugged in my table saw. It was a DeWalt table saw, plugged it in, and hit the power button on the table saw, and I got about 2 rotations out of the blade, and it shut itself off for some sort of electrical fault, which should never have happened running a grounded table saw essentially. So there's definitely some electrical issues. We don't really know what's going on. I've got several of the technical service bulletins addressed, but they haven't resolved the issue. Like I said, the dashboard is all electronic, and it's had a million issues. When I'm doing using onboard navigation in the truck, generally speaking, when it's working correctly, it'll give me a notification in the center of the gauge, right where the fuel mileage stuff is, right in here, and let me know, hey, you've got a mile or half mile or 400 feet until your next exit. But now, if I put in navigation, for example, to my house, or to any location for that matter, it will
obey traffic laws. Be alert and use voice
that screen
commands
right
while
there
driving.
will pop up inadvertently for about a half a second, and then revert back to the fuel mileage. Now it seems to be working correctly, but yesterday it would, about every half mile, it would pop up for a split second, not even a full second, and then go back to the fuel mileage display or whatever display I had on at the time. I'm gonna wait here just a second. When I get on the freeway, I've got about 6 miles before my exit. We'll kind of see what it says at that point. But anyway, just wanted to let everybody know what I'm experiencing. This is my 5th F-150. I drive about 40,000 miles a year. So I was really excited to get this truck and help, having some really great fuel economy and that kind of stuff. But as you can see right now, I'm at 53 miles an hour getting on the freeway, 1,500 RPM. And my fuel mileage is not increasing. It's stuck at 18. I'm about to step on it to merge into freeway traffic, and that number I anticipate going down substantially. So hybrid system's not working correct, electronics aren't working correct, fuel mileage is in the toilet. And one thing I noticed today was if I do step on it a little bit and get the turbos engaged, if I let off even the slightest bit, just lift my foot a tiny bit, the turbos go from fully engaged to completely shut off instantly. But as you can see, I'm doing 64 now, and the fuel mileage is actually dropping in eco mode. So, and I was going to kind of hold on the screen for a second here to see if that navigation issue keeps happening. We'll give it just a second and see if that pops up. It does it most of the time, about every 30 seconds or so, and the directional arrow will pop up for a split second and disappear again, but it's incredibly annoying when it does do it. It doesn't do it every time, and it looks like this time it's not going to do it. So we're in a 70 mile an hour zone, as you can see on the display, and we're doing 73, and you can see my fuel mileage is actually dropping. That number should definitely not be going down really at all at this speed, and it's dropping about 1/10 of a mile per gallon for every half mile. And based on my previous 1,000 miles of driving or 1,200 miles driving experience in this truck, it'll bottom out somewhere around 12 miles per gallon. I did do a run from Olympia, Washington down to Portland, Oregon last weekend, and got a combined round trip of 12.8 miles per gallon. And I was roughly doing the same speed I am now, between 70 and 75 in eco mode, with smart cruise or intelligent cruise control set and lane keeping assistance set. And I took it back to the dealer because there's obviously something not working right in the hybrid system. And again, like I mentioned, that the turbos don't seem to be working right either. I've never seen turbo indicators come on and fall off as fast as these do. I'll give it one more look, like step on it for a second. They come on and go all the way up to like 19, and then the second I lift my foot, it drops to 0. I mean, and my foot's still in the gas about half throttle right